Welcome to the Kat Nelson Show. I'm the one and only Kat Nelson, MMA fighter out of Orlando, Florida. You can join me on my journey to becoming the baddest bantamweight fighter in the world by following me on social at KatNoy11. This episode is brought to you by Black Lab Organics, all natural and organic dog treats. Our goal at Black Lab Organics is to create CBD-infused dog treats with real ingredients, because we believe that dogs deserve better. Follow us on social at Black Lab Organics or visit our website, blacklaborganics.com. Use discount code CAT10 to get 10% off your next order. Crazy about fights? The Fight Bananas podcast is all fight news and everything fight related. Follow them on social at Fight Bananas Official. You can also tune in on YouTube, all podcast platforms, and iHeartRadio. I train about 5 to 6 days a week, and as a fighter, I understand the importance of recovery. Fusion CBD products always has my back. I use their CBD oil every morning in my coffee and their CBD balms after trainings and before bed. And just like that, I feel brand new, ready to take on the next day. Follow them on social at Fusion CBD Products or visit their site fusioncbdproducts.com. New Dimensions Wellness Studio is a premium health, wellness, and performance center that combines cutting-edge technology with ancient wisdom. Every visit I make to New Dimensions, I leave feeling like a brand new woman. Whether you're an athlete that wants to excel in performance, undergoing rehab from an injury, or just want to take care of yourself, they will guide you to all your needs. Follow them on social at nd_wellness or visit their site mynewdimension.com. Just Blaze Clothing is South Florida's #1 source of clothing for the cannabis community. They sell all types of apparel, accessories, and rolling trays, perfect for any stoner dude or stoner babe. Check them out on social at Just Blaze Clothing or on their website justblazeclothing.com. Use discount code CAT10 to get 10% off your next order. The law offices of Daniel Martinez has got your back. Daniel Martinez is a criminal defense attorney who fights in court and in the cage. Shut up and lawyer up with the law offices of Daniel Martinez. Follow them on social at martinez.law.321 or their website martinez.law. Never stop, never quit. Support local fighters with Team Reaper. Team Reaper creates personal fight apparel just so fighters can make profit. I have my own fight apparel you can purchase on the website reaper1.co. You can also follow them on social at Team Reaper1. By purchasing my shirt, you will not only be supporting me, you will also be supporting this podcast, other fighters, and Rue Camp Champs, a youth crime prevention organization in my hometown, Orlando, Florida. Rue Camp Champs' mission is to get youth off of the streets and teach them martial arts. You can also donate to Rue Camp Champs at kidsmma.org.
And the hemoglobin.
Oh, big shot, spinning back fist by right hand. And
that's all.
She
Wow.
wrote. That's a wrap, son. Cat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kat Nelson Show. Today, I am joined by Elizabeth, business owner of the Other Side MMA. How are you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm so happy to have you on here. I wanted to reach out to you because you inspire me. You're an entrepreneur, you practice martial arts, and you're a mother, and you just had a baby. Congrats.
Oh, yeah. She's 3 weeks old, so I may look a little tired. I'm not getting much sleep right now, but still, trying to be an entrepreneur.
Right. No, you look great.
Thanks.
I know you're passionate about small businesses, and you appreciate people who work for themselves. And I wanted to start Black Lab Organics. It's an all-natural dog treat because I wanted to have time for my family and to do things that I'm passionate about, like fighting, and just to have more options in life and time. So I'm curious to why you wanted to start, becoming an entrepreneur. What was the reason behind
that? Really, I was raised to be an entrepreneur. My dad's an entrepreneur, and I've never really seen my dad work for anyone else but himself. And he had lots of freedom and just got to make a lot of his own business decisions where, he could take vacations if he wanted and, things like that, things of the nature of the freedom of working for yourself. And it's just, I just think it's just the only way to live life, to be honest. Why build and work for someone else's business when you could find something you're super passionate about and take that passion and build on that and create a business for yourself, So that's just my perspective.
Right, yeah. And a lot of people may think, oh, you have your own business, like, all the freedoms and time that you have and money that you make, you got it good. And it's like, not really. Like, we still hustle every day. Like, we still work every day.
It takes a long time even though I say, oh, you can have your own freedom, this and that, really you work more than you would work at a regular 8-to-5 job. But you just get to be a little bit more creative, and you can, if one day you don't feel well and you want to work in bed, you can work in bed. I mean, the work never stops. The ideas never stop. It takes a long time to build up some sort of revenue. You got to build, you got to get people to believe in you, believe in your product. I mean, it's a lot more responsibility, but it's a lot more, like, at the end of the day, it's a lot more satisfying. And I mean, but it's not easier by any means,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the Other Side MMA. How did that kind of start?
Okay, so the Other Side actually is a clothing. It started out as a clothing line, which I had a business partner with the brand The Other Side, and we ended up branching off and doing something different. But The Other Side actually, the name was taken for the clothing, so it wasn't taken for sportswear, athletic gear. So I took the Other Side and turned it to the Other Side Mma, and then created two businesses where now I still have a clothing line that's about to launch, but the Other Side MMA is just hand wraps. It's going to be rash guards. It's going to be everything you can use to basically work out in. And what makes it different, like my hand wraps and all those things, is the fabric I use is coated with a special coatings that makes it antibacterial, anti-odor. And as you know, gyms can be very stinky, especially MMA gyms. So I pride myself on the quality of fabrics and just like making a product that actually, does something different than all the other products out there. Right. So I'm building on that. And with that being said, I did first launch the hand wraps, and I wanted to figure out a way to, get the name out there. So I started doing sponsorships here and there with some of the fighters at my gym. And then it turned into an affiliate program, and it just kind of turned into something a lot bigger. So I'm grateful for that. So I've had a lot of support.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I was going to say about the stench. Like, I have a pair of your wraps, and they don't smell. They're very comfortable. They conform to your hand. They're flexible and stretchy. And I guess, because of the certain type of fabric you're using.
There's a coating that's on the fabric. Yeah.
Okay.
So
very cool. Yeah. And then they're also made in the USA, which is great.
I pride myself in, keeping everything, over here. That's my preference as a product developer and a business owner. I just would prefer to, strengthen my country, not that I have it. Yeah. So.
Nice. Yeah. And so good luck to you with the clothing, right?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
I hope that comes out soon.
Thank you.
Why did you start practicing martial arts?
Well, I started practicing martial arts, about 8 years ago, just to do it. I thought I was walking into like a kickboxing gym, and it it wasn't a kickboxing gym. It was like more like a bunch of, fighters and amateurs, like fight, I just liked it. I was drawn to it. I loved the rush. I loved like how it made me feel more empowered. I loved learning self-defense. It's just, there's no other workout like that. And then I came to Orlando and found another gym and just stuck with it. And then I started doing jujitsu, and that made me feel even better. And it's just something that makes you better all around, not just for yourself, but for others, for animals, for people, for anything in life. You just feel closer to me. It makes me feel closer to God too. It just makes me feel more more awareness. Like if you really like, I mean, I hope that my daughters will do martial arts. I mean, it's just what you gain from it.
Right. And I think like, so with martial arts or mixed martial arts, the physical gain is like, yeah, you can defend yourself, you get in shape, you can protect yourself. But I understand what you're saying about being more connected. I come from a traditional Taekwondo background, and yeah, I was taught how to kick, I was taught how to punch, but I was also taught self-respect. I was taught discipline, and I was taught like to respect my elders and all that. So I think it's really shaped who I am today. And I think that that's why I stay interested in martial arts, is because it keeps me that way. And it also challenges me every day too.
Right. Yeah. That being challenged on a daily basis is like what I feel like keeps us away from like depression and anxiety. And we have to feel like a sense of accomplishment every single day, even if that's just waking up and making your bed. I mean, in the morning, just,
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to go ahead and talk about like women's MMA, because you're not a competitor. And I've been talking to a lot of competitors on here and fighters. So I want to know, like, from your perspective, how you've seen the evolution of women's MMA evolve.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm so new. I feel like I'm so new to like the whole game of it. But I mean, from what I see, it just seems like, I mean, you say, I really, it's hard for me to answer that question because I feel like I'm not as, I just feel like it's hard for me to answer that question. I just feel like women are a bunch of badasses, and I see you girls killing it, and I see you girls making the headlines just as much as the guys. And I guess that's from the outside looking in. I guess that's what I could say. I mean, I have personal relationships with some of you, and I mean, it just seems like you guys are just like right there with the guys. That's how I see it. But yeah, but what would your answer be? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much said it. You just obviously like you don't know like the specific fighters and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we have great fights, and we're starting to be like main event fights, and we've grown a lot. So then another question then that I just came up with, how do you see other women at your gym then? How do they like, how do they seem like they've evolved from just working out or just learning self-defense?
I've trained like there's I train with some of the girls. I mean, all the girls that are there. It's been a while since I've been pregnant, but I've seen some of them come in and just before they're even like amateur fighters, and then all of a sudden they have one fight and then they win another and win, and all of a sudden they're like, they're just like on top of the whole, on top of their game, signing, contracts, and it's like to see that it just shows, it just shows it's just a sport of like growth. Like, how can you not have growth in that sport? I don't know if I answered the question right. But,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So changing the subject now, I want to mention that your husband is an oncologist. He's actually helped my boyfriend And you guys are leaning more towards like cannabis medical treatment, and I think that is amazing. So how have you seen, you and, from your husband's perspective too, like how have you guys seen cannabis benefit, people that don't necessarily need it for cancer, and also people that actually suffer and really need it as a medical
I
treatment?
mean, we all know that, pills is just like not the way of life. And I think, the more natural you can keep things for any sort of healing at all, even if it's just if you can't sleep, depression, anxiety, pain, all of it. I mean, I sort of feel like, I mean, it it's just more of a natural approach, right? I
Right,
mean,
right.
people die from taking pain pills all the time. People overdose on tons of other drugs,
Mhm,
So, I mean, just from my perspective, not my husband's,
mhm.
I feel like it's just the way to go. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, I would rather see someone come in and get a prescription for something like that versus, pain pills, something that you're going to obviously get extremely addicted to.
Right,
So,
it's
mhm.
pain pills and all of those other pills are just like a Band-Aid. It's temporary. It's like
Right,
once you're off of them, it's like, well, I'm still not better. Like
right.
yeah, and
Mhm.
actually people are even worse after that.
I agree. I know I wouldn't even take my pain medicine after having a C-section, just because it's just such a temporary, like it's just so temporary. It's like you just got to heal and find more natural ways to survive and to heal and to feel good. I mean,
Right,
it's
right.
just pills are just no way of living life.
Yeah. No, exactly. So that's why I think it's amazing that you guys are kind of steering towards that
Mhm.
path. I also like saw in an interview or maybe read somewhere, I think it was in an interview,
Mhm.
but you mentioned like you wanted to help the community in some way and have a ranch and all that stuff and land. And you were talking about domestic abuse. Like, do you still want to do that?
Yeah, I absolutely would be interested. I want to do so many things. It's like hard to
Right,
keep up with it. But if like, if I could do something like that in the future and I could afford it,
right.
absolutely, absolutely. I've actually been in connection with, a big group called Uncaged, who you should definitely interview her. They've
Okay.
they've saved so many sex trafficking survivors, and her story is just incredible, and I can definitely get you that information. But I
Yeah.
mean, to be a part of something like that, which I am trying to connect the dots and trying to be a part of that, would just be something that's it would be so rewarding. That I feel like the more that I can help and anyone in life or a group of people, or I mean, I just feel like that's what life's about, is about giving back and, living a journey that's not just about your selfish needs, but about being there for others. And I just, that's what makes me feel good in life. And I mean, eventually I feel like when you get to a certain age, a lot of people start to understand that the more you do for others, the better you feel about yourself, so.
Right, right, yeah. I work with Brew Camp Champs. It's a youth crime prevention organization, and what we do is we work with mostly teenagers. A lot of the boys just they come from the streets and drugs and all that, and we're trying to teach them how to fight instead and like compete and
Right.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then a lot of the girls are actually like victims of domestic abuse and sex trafficking and all that. And
Mhm.
it's crazy. It's a vicious cycle. And I think like people like you and I are here to change that. And I think it's a beautiful
Mhm.
thing. So thank
Right,
you for that.
yeah.
Yeah, send me
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah, send me that information. And
Yeah.
if you ever get into it, like finish connecting the dots, let me know. I'm so down to help out or
Okay,
do
yeah, that
something.
sounds good. I love making I love supporting other women
Right.
and helping us all grow and to be successful and bring each other up at the same time. And I'm tired of that, mean girls crap and
Right.
jealousy.
Yeah.
And it's like support one another, love one another, build each other up no matter what,
Right.
So
Yeah.
absolutely. So
Cool. So, before we go, what's in the future for you and the Other Side MMA?
Okay, so the other side, I'd like to. Like I said, I am going to be launching a clothing line. It's athletic, but I am going to be doing something separate with the other side that will include, more rash guards, just more creative gear, creative like hand wraps, things that are a little more fun, and just going in the gym and getting in there and training and just seeing where it all leads me. I'm sure
Right.
you'll
Cool.
Yeah.
And do you want to shout anybody out?
I just want to shout out all of you girls. The one, who you all are: Megan, Felicia, Jada. Those
Yeah.
are the three main girls. I actually am just becoming friends with Hannah Goldie. She's super super cool, super sweet. I don't know. I just appreciate all of you, and you're all strong women. And the jungle, I love them. And I don't know. That's about it. I'm on the spot, so.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna have like your social media stuff in down below under the video and the other side. Is there anywhere else we can find you?
I'm just on Instagram right now, and I have a website up, and you'll see stuff pop up as I add stuff to the site. But my hand wraps are on there right now, and my rash guards will be on there shortly. So we'll just keep adding on to that.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Good
Thank
luck.
you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
good luck with everything. Thank you for being on here. So,
Thank you.
all right, guys, see you next Thursday.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
bye. Okay, bye.
Bye.